welcome back. So it's been a long time since I have done one of the homestead videos, and so here we are at the end of the year, and so I would take a look around, see what's happening, and then also I said I was going to be trying to, this is more like a yogic lifestyle video now, so talking about coming in to wintertime and how we can honor that in our lives, and like what I'm doing here to honor wintertime, because last year it just blazed right on through. It didn't take any breaks and it flew by, and I really could have used the break because we have just been doing so much here this year. We have accomplished so much. So I was going to take a moment to go over all the things that we have done this year, which really made me feel pretty good, because sometimes, you know, when you, I don't know, in the moment you don't really notice. So it's nice to like look at the long stretch of the year and really see everything that we have accomplished. So we're gonna do that, and then we bred two of the girls, the ladies, and so we'll talk about that. So that means we're gonna have goat kids in the spring. Yeah, so maybe let's just go look at these girls right now since they're already here. Hi, Daisy. No, don't. Come on. Get down. Back up. Oh. So, Miss Maisie here, our moon-spotted Nubian. She's pregnant. I mean, I haven't done a pregnancy test or whatever, but she gets kind of like weird. I mean, she's always extra. But now she's, yeah, she just gets a little hormonal. Daisy is her daughter, and she had babies this year too. But so she's still in milk, and we're not gonna breed her right away. And here's our new one, who is not so shy anymore. It's Miss Stars. She's still a little shy, but she's really coming around, which is good because she needs a hoof trim. But yeah, she was. It took a few months for her to really, you know, kind of come around to this, huh, honey? But she's getting there. And then we also separated, so we'll look at, there's other girls over there. We'll go look at them in a minute. But now that she's gotten a little bigger, maybe they could all come together. But it was just getting a little bit crazy. I keep backing up. Hi, girls. So Maisie, we bred her, I don't know, can we see through the fence? No, we can walk around though. Let's go look at those bucks. So what we did, because we still have Miss Iris, we didn't see her right now, but her son, he's the black one out there, black and white, and he has blue eyes, and he's our highest generation mini Nubian, an F4. But anyways, we couldn't really sell him this year. So I'm hoping now that when Maisie has her babies, he'll be a proven buck. He definitely looks more, that's Silas who came to say hi. Hi, Silas. I guess we'll talk about you in a minute, okay? But anyways, yeah, the black one, he's definite Chase. He's definitely gotten more beefy, and yeah, so I think that, you know, hopefully he has some nice girl babies, maybe with blue eyes, and then we'll be able to sell him. Or if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I want him now, like, just reach out. Maybe as we walk over there. See, everything's frozen already, so I've laid like a bunch of compost in our garden areas, and the chickens are in here right now, and I'm hoping that they work through it, and then by the time early spring comes, then it'll be ready. You hear them yelling. We'll talk about that too. Okay. Miss Iris, we were just talking about her son, and these are her daughters from the year, and I think they're both in heat right now. And I feel like they already were just in heat, so it's a little bit annoying. It's just like carry on forever and act extra special. But that's not why we really came in here. And they're all looking really fabulous. I'm super happy. Everyone's happy and healthy. But Miss Iris, she's prego too, I'm pretty sure. She's rather boisterous when she goes into heat, and she hasn't come back into heat, and she also gets like really extra lovey. So just really kind of like melancholy and extra lovey. I don't know. So we'll see how many babies she has, and I hope she has more girls. Those were her girls from this year, and they're super cute. But yeah, they're kind of being a lot right now. Okay, bye Iris, I love you. Okay, so a little about this year, which was very intense in so many ways. So I have my little list here, so if you see me looking down, it feels like too much, I think, for me to try to remember everything. But we had our first year open at the plant nursery, and that went okay until it got really hot, and kind of the end of year is tapered off and whatever, that's fine. It was just like our first year, so not really stressing about that. And then we still have plants at the hardware store. I'm selling soap now at 2 places, but part of everything being so overwhelming this year was that everything's just new, right? So like the business was new, learning how to do soaps was new, learn packaging, labeling, all the taxes and business side of things. And then of course I am, not satisfied with all that. I had to go join the yoga teacher training program. So I'm about finishing up now with that as well, with my 500 hour. So that's very exciting. And the YouTube channel has grown so much, and that's all to all you guys. So thank you. And yeah, it's just amazing and rather really unexpected. So I'm having a great time with it all, and I hope y'all stick around. We built a new buck enclosure, we installed a new front gate, expanded the nursery space, yeah, and then continue to work a normal job. So it's all just been, which brings me, now to the winter part of things, and now that it's finally slowing down and we've had our freeze and the plants don't need as much, and take a break. And then on top, the year before, at the end of the year, my mom had passed away, so it was just like this grief process through the whole year. And it's maybe where I'm going with all this is I have high hopes that, next year it won't be as new, and there's sort of a system in place, and, I can to relax a little bit more and relax this winter. So, yeah, these goats they just carry on like this all for when they go into heat. Or not, well, goats are weird because it just really depends on their personality. They're all different. Yeah, but these, for a few days, we're gonna hear nonstop this, so yay. But let's go take a look and the nursery, and then we can finish up talking about this. Another thing that was new last year is we have goat babies for the first time. So we had 3 goats give birth, and that was all new and incredibly stressful. But I hope that this, well, by the time Daisy gave birth over the summer, I had relaxed a little bit about that. But yeah, so hopefully this year. That was just so crazy. Yeah, so slowing down. We're in the greenhouse right now. Unfortunately, we did not get to repairing all of that. So next year, hopefully, we can repair the greenhouse some. So behind me, this is our seedling table, or in theory, the rodents aren't supposed to be able to get up here and eat stuff. So that's what this is. I still have, these are some that are going to go dormant, and I'll divide them next year. But we have some skull caps that they could be divided. And so there's a few sort of wintry things that I could do and tinker with in here. But for the most part, everything's dormant, asleep, and I don't really have to worry about anything until, you know, maybe February. And then that would just be things in the greenhouse because it's still frost here through April, really. Okay, so that's the greenhouse, and we can go look at actual nursery space right now. So any frost tender plants have put in the greenhouse. We try not to have like too many. Just trying to grow with what's going to work here without all the special needs. So we have like some of our evergreen plants are plants that are going to look good through the winter, and they're pulled right now to go to the hardware store. Some Arizona cypress, oak, yarrow, also hollyhock, iris. Anyways, there's a bunch. Try to set ourselves up a little bit better this year with a few more evergreen things. But moving forward, we're just going to continue to add, and you know, well, as we have more larger things, that kind of balances out, I don't know, cost, you know, so you can have a lot of different price points, and a lot of people want larger things, right? They want things that are more established and are going to look like something now. But I don't know if you see Silas over there. He's like, I hear you ladies, but mom says no. They're too small yet, so maybe next year after they've grown a little bit more. The girl goats here. Yeah, we hear you for sure. So we have decided this is our last weekend open for December, January, and probably most of February, depending on things. And then that'll really give me a breather. We'll still have stuff at the hardware store. You can still make an appointment if you'd like, but yeah. Most people, we haven't really been having very many people anyways, and so I feel like it should be fine and okay to take a break. And then hopefully then I can get a little bit ahead on the yoga videos. And you know, if you ever have anything that you want to see, let me know. And yeah, so that I could do a few more of these lifestyle, homestead, whatever videos, my little creative fun here. So things are still rogue. They're still kind of just everyone. That's Rue, and he's our favorite rooster, and that's his girlfriend. He doesn't really like any of the other chickens, but he follows this one all over the place, and she's actually quite indifferent to him. So it's humorous, right? She's always running off, and he's chasing her around, but. And then these two chickens, these are the last hatch, and they're the only two that hatched, and so they're little buddies. And yeah, we're just waiting for them to grow up a little bit more and see what flock they join. Everyone's still sleeping in the trees. Yeah, it's fun. Definitely gonna have to kick them out of the garden though. It was okay, but having all those hens in there, they're quite destructive. So, well, all right. I think I covered everything that I can think of. All the new stuff. How we're kind of shutting down. I guess what's left is to talk maybe a little bit about seasonal changes and how. And if you're familiar with Ayurveda, you know, we're encouraged to change with the seasons and switch things up a little bit so that we can stay in balance. And so some of the things that I do to stay in balance. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe with the little fuzzy thing on here, I'll have to see when I go through and edit. Those goats aren't that loud, but I had to just come inside and take a little break from that because it's it's intense. So some things, Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga, and it's about living well, the art of living well, I guess. It encompasses a whole bunch of things, everything. But what I'm going to talk about here is just some seasonal changes that they recommend that I have adopted that I really enjoy. And when I'm editing, I'll try to put a little bit of extra links or in the info, or I don't know where I'm going with all this, but I'm gonna try to give you as much info as I can as simply and quickly as possible. So some of the things that I have incorporated is an oil massage in the morning. So it's called Abhyanga, and you can use sesame, coconut, olive oil, just a basic oil. It gets more specific, but you can look into that. And so these are the links I'll leave you if you want to go deeper into what I'm telling you right now. So an oil massage, and you would a whole body and the head all the way to the toes, the ears, feet, and then let it set in for a while, relax, maybe meditate, and then you would wash it off. And that's to combat dryness and all, keep your skin really healthy in this time of year. It's our largest, organ. You don't want things, you want to keep it healthy. And I found that it's, my skin's been very much more vibrant, and as well as it's just soothing and calming practice, and what's more self-loving than an oil massage. Number 2. Spices, incorporating more spices into your diet, especially warming spices to combat sort of this cooling weather. And depending on your dosha, in Ayurveda there's 3, and each of us is a combination of all 3, usually with a dominant one. And I'll also leave a link if you want to figure out what your dosha is. You can go take this test. So different doshas have different spices that are gonna be more recommended for you. So, but adding more spices into your diet, drinking more warm teas, and eating more warm food, not doing cold drinks. It's thought that you have this internal fire and you go adding cold things, and that's going to dampen your fire. It's already cold outside, so you kind of want to combat that with the opposite, right? So warming, nourishing foods, spices, oil massage, and then as well as definitely taking time to be with nature and just take a break. Everything's going dormant here. It's winter here. So I know we're all, but for the sake of where I am, it's winter, and we're all just need, to stay in balance and honor the time to be more reflective and to stay home and to snuggle and get warm and really just bring in qualities of those quiet, reflective things, warm baths. And I think you know where I'm going with all this. I get a little bit bleh, but yeah, so those are just some suggestions as we go into, as it continues to get darker and we come up on our darkest day of the year, to just know that this is a time, to be like nature, and that will help us feel more in balance. I hope that all made sense and that you enjoyed that and maybe take a little tidbit. But yes, I will leave links about the Abhyanga, about the dosha, if you want to learn what your dosha is, and take that quiz. So I will do all those things, and that will be in the description. So look for it there, and I hope to see you all at yoga class. And namaste. See you all next time.